Hey everyone, it's Aladdin here with the Chase DA Sports Handicapping channel on YouTube. And I'm here with my good friend JR Lynch, Preppy.
What's going on, everybody?
And we're just going to do a quick little video breaking down the men's singles matches for the Australian Open semifinals. And then we're going to be breaking down the women's matches for the semifinals. And might even get another special doubles match later. So let's just jump right into it. The first match right here I see is Baratini versus Nadal. Uh, Personally, I'm gonna read you guys this quote that John just showed me, and honestly, love Nadal, one of my favorite players, but you got to make sure you don't bet with your heart here. And what he said after his match yesterday against Shapovalov, which honestly he should have finished 3-0, to be honest. Shouldn't have gone 5 sets. He said, quote, I started to feel not very well in my stomach. I think I was lucky that I was serving great in the fifth. I was honestly destroyed physically. I mean, hearing that doesn't give me too much confidence in him. Obviously his mental composure is, maybe the best ever. The guy is a warrior, fights every point like it's match point. But uh, I think this is what Baratini's, one of the best shots he has to win in a long time. And another good stat I also like is Baratini is, where is it? He is 21 and 0 in his last major matches against players not named Djokovic. So clearly Novak owns him. He owns real estate in Baratini, but I think Baratini has a legit chance at winning this match, and that's why the odds are close. John, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. You heard the stats. The quote from Nadal isn't the most promising thing as a Nadal fan, but I think Berrettini, if he serves like he has been, will give him a lot of troubles, and it'll be exhausting for Nadal to be returning those. And something else to note is Nadal's previous four losses at the Australian Open have come to top 10 players. So, and this is the first top 10 player he's facing this one. So, I think, like you said, Berrettini is a very live dog here and has a very good shot to make it to the finals.
This one I'm looking at right now might be interesting. It's one of those. This is one that it would be very quick. It's a Bovada prop bet. It's Berrettini to win his first two service games to love or 15 plus 400.
I don't know how I feel about that. Uh, Nadal just to win 2 points on a return is pretty.
Yeah, all he has to do is hit it in the net twice. But like I said, it's a quick little bet if you want something fun, maybe. I'm just trying to find something maybe on the over, but I think
Yeah, I think the over total games is the best bet. Or Berrettini money line. I wouldn't mess around with game spreads, but I don't see either of these guys lying down, so I think over is a good look.
yeah, I totally agree. I actually feel 38 and a half seems low. I thought it would be like 40 or something. So, I think if you could get
Yeah,
38, that's huge. 37 and a half, 38. Try to get that.
I agree.
Anything more you want to say about this?
Yeah, it's just such a weird match. The only other thing to note is Berrettini has a 9-5 record in semifinals, but lost all three matches against when he played top 10 players. So he has not gotten that big win yet in a semifinal. I think this is a great spot for him to get his first big one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this at those odds, my I was even seeing on some books minus 200 for Nadal. So those are very good odds, minus 180 right there. And this match is really hard to handicap, and I definitely think Berrettini has a chance to win. I'm not just gonna blindly say, oh, Rafa's gonna dominate him easy. So
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
I agree. It'll be fun to watch though.
Okay, next match here we have our boy Danielle versus Stefanos Tsitsipas. And usually this line I've looked in the past, except when they play on clay, Stefanos is usually favored. Actually, definitely is favored. But on hard court, the line is usually always around minus 240, minus 300. The bookies always seem to give him some chance, usually. But if you look at their hard court head to head record, I believe it's 6-1 in favor of Medvedev. And the only time Stefanos lost or won was in 2019 at the I believe the ATP finals. That was the year he won it. I'm pretty sure. And I just can't see Medvedev losing this. He honestly owns Stefanos on a hard court. Like I said, 6-1 head to head on the surface, and only minus 250. I think if you could pair him with Barty, I think you could get around even odds. If we were saying earlier, let me just check really quick. You get minus 137. Not horrible odds. Those are pretty good odds. I honestly think he'll win like 3-1. Like if you could get him his set spread, what's that? If you could get him minus 1.5 sets, I think that's a really good look. Let's see what that is. Minus 1.5 sets is minus 130. I like that a lot. I think if it goes 5 sets again, he might lose. Because, I think he's played the 4-set match against Cressy, which was extremely long. It felt like a 5-set match. I think there was 3 tie breaks in it. And he just played the epic comeback. That was the match against Felix today. So he might be a little spent, but I'm taking Danielle all day. What's your opinion, John?
Yeah, a little biased, but I think Medvedev will win. I don't know. Can't comfortably say or confidently say how easy it'll be for him, but I think he will win in the end. He's been one of the best players. He's been the best player in the world besides Djokovic for the past 2 years. So, but everyone's just been kind of all about Djokovic, but he's been right there with him. And without Novak being in a tournament, I think this is the best spot for him to take it. He just won the U.S. Open, beat Novak in straights. So it's like I don't think him playing 5 sets and the long match against Cressy, I think he will be tired, but he's young, so I think it'll just kind of counteract that. And just he'll be able to play through it. And my favorite bet, I think, on Medvedev though, is I think the winner of this match is going to win the whole tournament. So I believe Medvedev will win this and then go on and win the tournament, and he's minus 110 to win the whole thing. So that's my favorite bet to make is Medvedev to win the Australian Open at minus 110.
And I actually really like that because to start the tournament, when Novak was taken out, I think he was plus 210 or plus 230 to win. So he hasn't lost that much value. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't think he will. Even if he plays Nadal or Baratini, I don't think he'll be better. He'll be worse odds than minus 110. He'll be minus 130 or higher against either of those two guys. If it's Baratini, he'll be 250. He'll be around the same line as Tsitsipas. If it's against Nadal, I predict it'll be Medvedev minus 150-ish.
I agree.
So I think 110 basically pick him. Like I said, I think winner of that match wins the whole thing. So just kind of root for him to win this match, and I think you'll be sitting pretty.
I agree. You have any thoughts on how he'll win? Like I said, the set spread was minus 1.5 sets, minus 130, I think.
I don't know. These matches have been. There's been a lot of 5-set matches in this tournament.
Yeah, total overs.
So,
yeah.
I don't know how he'll win it, but I think even if it goes 5, depending on how it goes, 5 sets, I think he'll be able to pull it out. So I'm just confident in the 240 money line. Like you said, him with Barty, I love that play too.
Totally agree.
I just think 240 is a really good number on him, and I think he'll win.
Totally agree. let's move on to the women's matches now. They got Barty at a 4.5 to 1 favorite against Madison Keys. You've been watching more the women's than I have. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, I've watched almost all of Barty's matches, and I've watched a few Keys matches, and both have looked. I think you told me that Keys has only dropped one service game.
No, that was Barty.
Oh, that was Barty dropped one service game this whole
And it was
time.
against
Okay,
Ani Misova, and she won that
all right.
6-3, 6-4.
Barty, yeah, I mean, it's a weird line just because it's so like 4.5 to 1's a lot. And Barty really, to start the tournament, didn't play anyone, but then just completely dominated Georgie, Anisimova, and Pagula. So it's like, how do you give Keys a chance at this?
Dude, yeah, she just beat Pegula 6-2, 6-love in an
Yeah.
hour.
Um, Keys has looked amazing. Beat Krejcikova 2-0, beat Badosa 2-0, and that's really it on the for good opponents. But you just can't fade Barty. So I think
I'm looking right here. She's serving 82% on first serve in this tournament. I mean, how do you fade that?
that's ridiculous. She's serving that, or she's winning those points.
Oh, sorry, won 82% on
Okay.
first serve. Yeah, no,
Okay.
sorry about that. Yeah, sorry, but
Uh,
still
sorry.
a very good stat though.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean that when she's getting those first serves in, it's good. I think best play with her. Ride the under. She has not all of her matches this tournament have
She's n-
not gone over
I
20 and a
agree.
half. Most has been 19 against Nisimova. So you can ride the under at 20 and a half. Take the Barty Medvedev moneyline parlay.
Totally
Those
agree
are my
with both
favorite
those.
plays.
She also owns a 19-8 record in semifinals. Quite good. So
Yeah, and she's just looked. God, she's like the best I've seen her in a long time, if not ever. So her in Australia, it's gonna be pretty tough to beat her.
I could also say the same about Keys. She's definitely looked the best I've seen in a long time. And
Yes,
as-
since right before the COVID, yeah, but for sure.
yeah, but like it's so hard to fade Barty in this, and yeah, I think they said Keys has never beaten a top like three player. They said I'm trying to read this right now. I'm trying to load it back up, but it said yeah, has not beaten a number one player in her it has not beaten a number one player in her last four attempts or even won a set. It says.
I like the under 20 and a half. I think that's the best bet on that match. But if anyone out there thinks Keys will win this, just take her to win the tournament at plus 600. Because if she wins this, she's winning the tournament.
I totally agree. I mean, if you beat Barty, that's like slaying the giant right there. You could do anything after that. You will
Yep,
get
I think
yeah, you'll get like
that's
double
all
the
I've got on
value.
that one.
I agree. I'll just move on to the next one. Uh, Danielle Collins versus Iga Swiatek. Um, I'll let you go first again. What do you think?
Um, I mean, Collins has been so like good this tournament, but kind of like killed her own. No one's like obviously no one's beaten her yet, but no one's threatened her at any point. Like it's always been herself blowing the game wide open, blowing the match wide open, double faulting. Just kind of letting her opponents back in. But when she's on, she's on. That match versus Towson was really good. I mean, I think you watched it too.
Yeah, that was the
It was
best I've
really
seen her
high
look in a
quality,
long time.
really high quality tennis from both players, and she just like pulled out in the end. The match versus Cornet, she's dominated her. That was ugly. And then I think who else did she play? Oh yeah, Mertens. She beat 2-3. That was pretty good.
That was a good win. Yeah.
So yeah, she's my favorite. God, I think my favorite bet on this is the over. I'm gonna be rooting for Collins to win. Obviously, want America, but I
Dude,
think both
egos
these
looked
girls are just
insane.
gonna. Ego looked really good yesterday, but her mental's also all over the
Yeah,
place.
she was throwing her racket. She was like looking at her team and yelling. But I
I
mean, when
think
she's on, yeah,
both these girls will have equal chances to win a set, and also will have equal chances to mentally blow up. But will never lie down because they're gonna want to make the finals, and they know that they can do it because they're both really good. So give me the over in that one, and then lead Collins as a dog, for
okay.
sure.
Well, Swiatek they did play 11 months ago at Adelaide,
Yep.
and she won 6-2 and then 3-love because Collins retired in the second set, of course,
So probably a fake retirement, but
due
yeah,
to a back injury. It says
that's one of those
I'll question that.
mental.
I'll
Yeah,
question that one.
any Danielle Collins retirement, you got to question. But right now I'd lean her as the underdog, and the over. For some reason, she's got a crazy crowd. Not like crazy, but they're really loud whenever she wins any point. There's
Well,
just one guy.
I think she's really loud and they just reciprocate her energy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she was doing the come on, let's go a lot yesterday, or whenever her
Yeah,
last match was. I don't think she played yesterday.
but both those women's matches are. I'm gonna watch both of them, but they're more.
This
They're
is
hard to bet on. It's
I
hard to
love
make a
this.
bet.
This is ultimate WTA. Swiatek to break serve in the first set, minus 700. Collins to break serve in the first set, minus 450.
So I saw that line. Swiatek was minus 1,000 versus Kanepi to break in the first.
And did she or no?
At least she did. Wait, no, she didn't.
Hilarious.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's what I think on that match. It's a weird one to bet.
Yeah, this one totally is. I agree.
And then you want to talk about that doubles match?
I was just loading it up right here. I'm not going to pull it up on Flash Score, but I will click on it right here. The bookies, I'm really surprised. I don't know doubles too much. I will say that. We should try to get someone on the channel who does know more about doubles than we do. But, I mean, if you've watched these guys play, like, I've never seen a crowd like this in a tennis match besides that one, the Alcaraz match that we watched. That one was crazy at the U.S. Open. Which match was that, John?
Yeah, and what are you talking about? Alcaraz.
The one where
What are you talking about?
the camera was shaking.
Oh, was that
The-
U.S. Open or Paris?
It was Hugo Gaston. That's who it was.
Yeah, Hugo Gaston in Paris. That's when the camera was literally shaking
It was.
because the crowd was like
I've never seen
like
that. Yeah.
it was like a Premier League match. It was like a Premier League match.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, the camera was out of focus because the ground was shaking so much. But anyways,
Yeah, so that's me.
that will
That's
be
how
like
this crowd is. Here goes.
for real. It will be like this
And
tonight.
they're not even that's it.
It will be like this tonight for sure. And the bookies have this match at a pick'em right now. And I've heard of these guys, these Granoliers, Zeballos guy. I think they're from Spain, at least Zeballos. I'm not sure. But I just, dude, give me, honestly, with these doubles matches, I swear they always go 3 sets. So Kyrgios Kakanakis to win 2-1 plus 320.
I love it.
Honestly, if you want value on both of them, Kyrgios Kakanakis to win 2-0. If you place $10 on each of them, I think they're gonna totally win. I don't think they'll lose. If one of those hits, you get profit.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think taking the money line's even a good pick. 115.
I agree.
They've-
Yeah,
As a team, as a duo, they've converted on 35% of their break points throughout the tourney,
that's
which
really
is pretty
high.
good.
That's really
especially
high.
in doubles.
Yeah,
Especially in doubles, generating a break point, like converting them is very crucial, and they both serve at a very high clip. So it's gonna be a good one, and I 100% believe they're gonna make the finals and win this thing. So they've already knocked out the 1 seed, the 4 seed. I mean, come on, give them anybody.
I
They're
agree.
gonna win.
And they're not playing in the singles anymore. They both got knocked out really early, and
No.
so
Yeah.
they're only playing for this.
Yeah. Yeah, Kyrgios, he brings the energy, and Kakanakis, he just feeds off of it and just kind of it works.
He's like
He just lets it happen
he
and just
yeah, he's like Scrappy Doo. He just like sort of hangs around. He's like Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo.
yeah.
They just
Kyrgios just is running around,
yeah.
sticking his tongue out, getting the crowd going crazy.
They love it though. I'm definitely gonna watch it. It's only at 10:30, so I can definitely watch that. But yeah, they're crazy. Both these guys, you gotta watch it. Even if you're not even betting on it, you gotta watch it because it's electric for sure.
It's must watch tennis, yeah.
Totally agree. And
It make it makes watching doubles like very entertaining.
yeah, like I said, we only focus on the singles, but this one we'll definitely be watching. I'm just looking at the other
Yep.
matches right now. There's Krejcikova, Sinyakova. They're playing. They're always favored. The bookies love them. I noticed. I never really watched them though.
Well, they're very good.
Very yeah, I agree.
I believe I believe they won. Did they win the Olympics and French Open? Maybe something like that.
I think the French
They've
Open,
won a lot.
the French Open for sure. I remember. Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know anything about those other doubles matches. Rom Salisbury, obviously a good duo, but just focusing on the Kakanakis Kyrgios match.
totally agree.
Definitely will watch it.
Yeah, and minus 270, they must be very very good if they're that favored. So.
Yeah, and I think that Purcell guy, I could be wrong. Maybe even Ebden. They're both from Australia.
I think you're right. Yeah, Max Purcell, I think his name is. I don't watch too much doubles,
Yeah,
like I said. Yeah.
but yeah, so I think they'll have the crowd too. So never know.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be all for us. We'll definitely do a match on the final for sure for the men's and the women's. And I think
Yeah,
I'll.
and if Kyrgios advances, we'll talk about that one.
Yeah. Yes, we will have Kyrgios and Kakanakis in the news, but we'll have the finals matches, and then I think I'm gonna be doing a UFC video next week. Not sure when that will come out. I'll put it on my Twitter. I'll tweet it out. But thank you guys for listening, sticking through it, the whole thing, and hope everyone have a good night. Bye.